What's up, everyone? It's Johnny here with Tell a Friend. Man, thank you so much for joining us on these Message Mondays. We really appreciate you guys here at Tell a Friend. Anyways, I was thinking about this whole idea of giving up, right? Now, look, no matter how strong you are or how tough you think your mental resolve is, at some point in your life, you want to give up, right? And matter of fact, you do give up before you see that blessing or whatever you were working on manifest, right? Trust me, I know I've been there and done that, right? But the minute you give yourself that in your mind, that out, right? You set yourself up for failure. Let me share a story with you about giving myself an out. It's a personal story that I want to share with you guys. Now, it's a hard story, right? I'm going to be honest with you guys because all the editing that's done on these videos are done by my oldest son, the one who does some of the lighting, the camera lighting and stuff, and the sets with the camera sometimes for us is my youngest son, and of course, my wife watches the videos, and all my kids watch the videos, my family. So it's always hard for me sometimes to share personal things with you guys because I always want to come off as like I'm sort of not vulnerable in some cases, but I know it's gonna bless somebody today. Anyway, so here's my story about wanting to give up. So I've been married 29 years, but there was a time in my marriage where I wanted to give up. That's the truth, right? I remember my wife and I, we went to this marriage counseling, and I remember the counselor at the end of the counseling session, he says, look, you guys got to make some time for yourselves and spend some time together and talk some of these things through, right? But my mind was almost made up and I wanted to give myself an out, right? I felt like I left that counseling session with really an out in my mind, right? So it just so happened that there was a marriage conference coming up in Georgia that we ended up booking. So we went to Georgia, but anyways, I want to share a funny story with that trip to Georgia. So we booked the flight and we got on the plane and we landed in Arizona first, right? Now Arizona, and I said to myself, I'm going to try to make the best of this situation, right? So we got there, we sat down, we ate, we just said, forget about the time. We got plenty of time and we ate. And when we looked up at the clocks, we were an hour behind because Arizona was an hour ahead, right? So we said, we missed our flight. It's then the tension started rising, right? Tension was rising. We went to the terminal. We said, we'll just try to fix these flights, book them, whatever. Sure enough, the airplanes were delayed by an hour. So literally we walked right on the plane and we got, our seats right away. It was just a huge blessing, right? And we almost gave up right then. We made it to Georgia. It was raining really bad. It was the snow season. It just so much forecast, and we couldn't get our rental car. And man, I wanted to give up right there. I was so frustrated. We finally made it to the hotel room. And then with that, because the weather was so bad, we couldn't go anywhere. So I wanted to give up right there. And then we went to the marriage conference, a three-day conference. And, I was having a good time. I was receiving a lot, but there's still in my mind a little out, right? And then the pastor there, Jensen Franklin, he said this. He said, when you take divorce off the table, you have no other choice but to work things out. So when you now how can that relate to us, all of us today in different situations, right? Well, when you take those excuses, when you take those outs that you give yourself in your mind, you have no other choice than not to give up. Look, at many of you today are about to give up whatever you're working on, right? You can see the end is in sight, but you want to give up. Today I challenge you not to give up. Keep pushing ahead. Keep running. Keep moving forward. And your blessing will come. I promise you, if you don't give out, here I am, 29 years marriage. If I would have followed through with my mind and gave myself an out, I might have not still been married today. But I thank God that I'm married. And I share this with you because I want you guys to know that when you set your mind up and give yourself an out, it sets set yourself up for future failures. Anyways, that's my thought today. Don't give up. You're on the brink of greatness. Keep pushing through. Don't stop. I love you guys. Be blessed. And don't forget to, that's right, tell a friend. And if you ain't got no friends and you need a friend, come over to Tell a Friend. We can all be friends together. I love you guys. Be blessed. Bye now.